Hi friends, this is Krish, the urban Naxal. I get to be called an urban Naxal because I speak the inconvenient truth about Modi and his followers. I speak the facts that concern the common man of this country. Friends, it is our national misfortune that we are governed by a man who is a separatist and someone who spreads communal hatred. Spreading communal hatred is a crime, but that is exactly what our Prime Minister, his party, the Bharatiya Janata Party, and his followers who are of the persuasion of Hindutva are doing. Hindutva is not a religion, Hindutva is a political ideology. It is a political ideology of marginalizing the Muslims. That is the primary target of Hindutva. The second part of this political ideology is marginalizing the lower castes or the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. These people who are integral part of India are being sought to be reduced to second-class citizens. A third part of this insidious agenda of Hindutva consists of marginalizing the poor, like the migrant workers. The migrant workers and the poor of this country who live in the slums are not being considered as full citizens by this government and by the followers of this ideology. They are being ignored. Their agony, their troubles during coronavirus are being ignored, and people are feeling it is okay if these people die. It is okay if the migrant workers have to walk thousands of miles with their families. It is okay if their children die. It is okay if they die of malnutrition. This is the kind of feeling that Narendra Modi is deliberately spreading among us. And I'm sorry to say, my friends, that this thought is gaining root in our hearts. This government is a government of separatists. Let me explain to you why I am calling them separatists. Friends, if you boil it all down, a country consists of two things. One is land, territory, and the second is people. The people and the territory essentially constitute the nation. What is being done here is this. Narendra Modi consolidates the territory. He abrogates Article 370, and you think, oh, see how he has gone and made Kashmir integral with India. But simultaneously what he did was he alienated the people of Kashmir. So he abrogates the Article 370, integrates the territory with the rest of Indian territory, but he alienates the Kashmiri people from other people. At this point of time, he is also busy alienating us, the people of India, from each other in the name of politics against states. States are being made to fight against the center. He has started a proxy war against opposition-ruled states, against Maharashtra, West Bengal, Rajasthan. All these states are being considered as pariahs, and the chief ministers are considered to be the enemies of Modi. This is how the Prime Minister is looking at the situation. Rather than uniting all the chief ministers, whether they are opposition ruled or whether they are BJP ruled, what he is doing is he is playing games, treating the chief ministers as his rivals or his enemies, and the entire propaganda machinery of Bharatiya Janata Party, rather than facing and fighting against the coronavirus, is busy spreading hatred against the chief ministers of these states. He is also depriving the states of funds, and through this method he is weakening the unity of the states with the country called India. Friends, this can have disastrous consequences. This can have very, very dangerous consequences, because some states already are making their own laws to cordon themselves off, to cut themselves off from other states in terms of allowing the people to go through them. They don't allow trains to go through them. They don't allow people to come inside. Now, this kind of rigid border formation between states can have disastrous consequences unless the states are getting funding, adequate funding by the center, and unless the tax money that is taken by the center from the states is also returned to them. If the healthy blood circulation between the center and the states is not there, friends, there is every possibility that the states will secede from the center, that some states may want to just call themselves as autonomous. And if this happens, my friends, India will disintegrate at least into some pieces, if not into individual states. And you are going to have a situation of civil war where states are fighting against the center using resources like their police. Friends, this is the kind of scenario that our Prime Minister is driving India towards. It is not a wise Prime Minister, it is not a benign Prime Minister. We have a Prime Minister and a ruling party who are extremely jaundiced in their view of people, who have a very short-term approach, who are thinking politics and playing politics all the time, and who are not basically trying to look for the benefit of the whole country, the benefit of the poor and the rich alike. They are playing games, they are spreading propaganda, they are telling lies. The country as a whole is being divided between the supporters of Modi and those like myself who oppose Modi. Liberals and seculars like myself are also being marginalized, and I will not be surprised if sedition charges are slapped against people like me also. My friends, it's a grave situation. We have coronavirus and we also have the virus of separatism going on, being actively circulated by the Prime Minister of this country. It would not be such a grave situation if we could protest on the streets. But unfortunately, our right to protest is being taken away in the name of lockdown, in the name of fight against coronavirus. The corona warriors, the doctors who can safeguard us, the hospitals who can safeguard us, are not being maintained. They are not being funded. Doctors are not being paid their salaries. Doctors and nurses and health workers are not being treated with respect and honor. And for this reason, it is a very real danger that we are going to suffer far greater consequences of the collapse of the medical system and then the collapse of other systems, including law and order. Police are also frontline corona warriors. They are not being adequately safeguarded by this government. They are not being able to find treatment if they are in need of treatment. Policemen are dying, doctors are dying of coronavirus, and a lot of it is happening because the government does not have a proper view, does not have a working philosophy. The only thing that the government does and is continuously doing is trying to consolidate its hold over India politically. It is consolidating its hold over India. It is only looking at the politics of the matter. It is not looking at saving people from coronavirus. My friends, this is a very, very dangerous situation, and it is our great misfortune that we are suffering under this separatist Prime Minister and this separatist party which seeks to separate the Hindus and the Muslims and wants to reduce the Muslims to second class citizens, and not only Muslims, migrant workers, the poor, the scheduled castes, Kashmiris, and various other segments of society who are not mainstream Hindutva supporters. It is our grave misfortune, but we will have to fight against this. Let us remember the first things that we learn in school. It is written in our textbook as our pledge. India is my country and all Indians are my brothers and sisters. Let us remember this. Let us always remember this. And let us fight to retain the country as we love it. We are Indians, we are loyal Indians. We shall fight to retain the structure of its constitution. We shall fight to retain the India that we know and love as a secular country, as a country where people of various religions, various beliefs, various political beliefs also live together in kindness and harmony and compassion and mutual love and respect. Jai Hind. I am Krish, the Urban Naxal.